Welcome back to Brent's Hang. I'm Brent Barnett, and this is our 3 up, 2 down segment in our ongoing Nothing But Options series. Now, I could show you guys 100 different ways that I would set it up, but you may not do that. You may not like that. That's what I like. I want to show you how adaptable Gibraltar is to any situation and how you can use it to help create and customize your own setup. This is our 3 up, 2 down configuration within our Nothing But Options video series. What I've got is rack toms 8, 10, 12, floor toms 14, 16, 22-inch bass drum, 14-inch snare. Now my cymbals, I've got 2 crashes, a ride, and hi-hats placed in a very common place. This is a very common setup that you would see at a music store. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bunch of cymbals to this setup. And I'm going to show you a variety of different hardware combinations that you can use to maintain the exact same cymbal configuration. I'm also going to play with the tom placement a little bit and make sure all the cymbals stay the same. Option H is a doozy. We're combining the stand world with the rack world and creating a hybrid world. Now what's awesome about using a hybrid setup is that you can use your existing stands and just buy rack pieces to fit to them. You don't have to go out and buy an entire rack setup. Now, I've got my toms in the primary configuration of 8, 10, 12 right across the front, and let's have a look at how I was able to keep the cymbals in the exact same order. So let's have a look at our core. We got 8, 10, 12 rack toms, 14 floor, kick, and snare, all set up as our core. So on our left side, we've got our 8 and 10 attached to the 6713 DP double tom stand. The main crash is attached to the open clamp in the back. Now, this stand is going to serve as our front anchor, which our curve bar is going to attach to. The back anchor is our China cymbal stand. Now, I just attached a 46-inch curve bar to hold all of our other cymbals, our secondary crash and our splash. So the clamps I use to attach the curve bar to the stands is our super multi-clamp. This is the SC GCS MC. And this clamp is much beefier than our standard multi-clamp. It's got a lot more surface area that grabs onto more of the stand. Now this is great for adding more stability, especially when you're adding more weight to the bar. On our right side, we got our 12-inch tom mounted to the 6713 SP, which is our single tom stand. Our right main crash is mounted to the open clamp in the back of the tom stand. Now this is our front anchor. Our back anchor is our China cymbal stand. Then I just attached a 46-inch curve bar. Now the curve bar is holding our ride cymbal, secondary crash, and hi-hats. Now we're at H1, which is our secondary tom placement configuration. As you've seen throughout this series, we moved our 8 and 10-inch to the left of the hi-hat and our 12-inch to where the 8 and 10-inch used to be. Now what's beautiful about this setup is that I was able to reconfigure the drums and keep all the cymbals in the same place without having to add any additional hardware. Plus, I've got plenty of room to expand later on. So now let's have a look at our core. We got our 12-inch, our ride cymbal snuck in there now, the 16-inch floor tom, kick and snare. Now this is what makes up the core region. On the left-hand side, we got our 12-inch tom mounted to the single tom stand. Now I've got my main crash mounted to the open clamp in the back of the single tom stand. This becomes our anchor. Now my back anchor is the double tom stand that's holding my 8 and 10-inch toms. It's also holding my China. Then I just attached the 46-inch crossbar directly to both tom stands, and I added my secondary crash and my splash to it. Now on our right-hand side, we have our right main crash on its own cymbal stand, and that's the front anchor. Now if you recall, on the previous setup, this used to be the back left anchor. Now it's the front. Now our back anchor on the right-hand side is the cymbal stand that's holding our China. Then we just added a 46-inch curve bar to make it a crossbar. That's supporting our ride cymbal, our secondary crash, and our hi-hats. Well, that's it for this segment. Thanks for watching. We have a ton of these videos in our Nothing But Options series. Just go to our channel and check out the Nothing But Options playlist. They're all there. Now, if you're interested in the parts list for any of the setups that I did in this video, there's a PDF that you can download off the website, and you can get there by clicking on the link down in the description.